One of the most frustrating stuff when it comes to learning a new language, especially English, is that we learn new words and then we forget all the words we learn. It's so frustrating. I used to write 20 words in my notepad and forget them every single day. It's so actually that makes us want to not to learn the language English and quit the journey of learning English language. But in this video, you will learn how to learn new words and how to remember it for a longer period of time, which is one of the most important part of you trying to speak English. Because without vocabulary, can you really speak in English? You can't. That's why this video is important. So watch this video until the end. How to learn new words. See, when it comes to learning new words, there are three things you have to remember. Number one, learn words that you already have some idea about. For example, if you learn words that you have no idea about, if you're learning words that you have never heard about before, like excruciating, but I've never heard the word excruciating. So when you learn words like this, you will forget it. Then how to learn words? Learn words, learn words that you have some idea about, which means, for example, I'm not supposed to learn words like excruciating or something like extemporaneous. What is the word extemporaneous? I've never heard of it. But if I learn words like amazing, awesome, incredible, stupendous, bewildering, or unbelievable, remarkable. See, these words are appreciating words. So I've heard of them in movies. I've heard of them. Hideous. The word hideous, I've heard of them. I don't know what's the meaning of the word hideous is, but I've heard of this word so many times in the movies that I know this word. So if I learn the meaning of this word, new vocabulary, plus I remember it because I know it. And if I learn words like extemporaneous, excruciating, I will forget it because I have no context of those words. I've never heard it. I don't know what they mean. So that is why learn words that you have some idea about. If you learn words that you have some idea about, you've heard it before, or you know, oh, this is a word I know before, but I don't know the meaning. Learn words like that. You will easily remember those words, and also the retention of those words in your mind will be more stronger. That's the first thing. That's the first thing. The second stuff is that when you're learning new vocabulary, when you're learning new words, learn 5 to 10 words a week. Yeah, you heard me right, 5 to 10 words a week. Why? Because if you learn words more than 5 to 10 words a week, you will probably forget it. Yeah, if you, a lot of people learn 10 words a day and then they keep on doing that. They have this notepad or rough notebook. They write 10 words a day. They keep memorizing it, 10 words. They'll forget everything they've learned. There is no use, that's completely useless. But good thing you tried it because you've learned that is completely useless. Now you can learn words only 5 to 10 words a week. When you do that, what happens is since you focus on less number of words, you remember it, you use it more often. The reason why we can't remember vocabulary is because we learn a lot of vocabulary, so we can't use it. We don't know what to use it. But if you learn 5 to 10 words a week, you have more options. I mean, less options, at the same time, multiple options on how to use it. For example, if you learn the word simple, consistency, changing, wardrobe, waiting. If you learn these 5 words, you know these are easy words and also less number of words. You can use it in English while you speak. You can remember it easily. Thus, you learning new vocabulary will become easy. That's second thing, which is learn 5 to 10 words a week. That's the first stuff. I mean, second stuff. The third thing is the most important thing. There is something called, no, before that, to remember the vocabulary you've learned. to remember the new words you've learned, which is the most important and desired part of learning new vocabulary, which is I want to remember it. The problem is not me learning new words. The problem is me forgetting them. So I want to remember the words. How do you do it? There is something called increased spaced repetition, which means imagine you're learning five to 10 words today, and then how this increased spaced repetition should be applied is it's an exercise. You revise those 5 to 10 words the next day. Okay, you're learning it today, next day revision, and then for the next 2 days you don't do anything. And on the like how it goes is the first day you learn the words, the second day you revise it, and for the next 2 days you don't do anything, and on the fourth day you revise it again, and now for the next 3 days you don't do anything, and on the eighth day you revise the words again, and for the next 5 days you don't do anything, and for the 13th day you revise the vocabulary. Now when you do this, what happens is you learn the words, you almost forgot it, but you revised it, so it's strong. And then 2 days, you have more time to apply it, but you still are going to forget few words. Again, you revise it, okay, strong. And again, 3 words, 3 days, and again you revise it, it becomes even strong. And again for 5 days, no retention. You probably are gonna forget it, but at the last moment, you revise it, and guess what? You remember it strongly. Do this for 1 month. You will remember the 5 words for the rest of your life. And this is the best way you can learn to remember vocabulary, because the reason why most people can't remember the vocabulary is because they consume too much information, too much words which they don't know. That is why you forget it. But if you consume 5 to 10 words a week, and if you apply this increased spaced repetition concept for a whole month, you will remember those 10 words. Imagine 10 words a month. For a whole year, it's 120 words. You have no idea how much your vocabulary would have been expanded if you have learned 120 words. It's so powerful to learn 120 words. So if you apply these 3 things, you will learn vocabulary faster, better, efficiently, and also you will remember them for a longer period of time, which will help you to apply them when you speak. Because if you don't remember it, can you apply it? No. If you remember it, can you apply it? Yes. That is why these 3 are important. And that's it for this video. If you have watched this video until the end, thank you so much for watching it. Before you leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It will be helpful for you and also helpful for me. That's it. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.